Eviction work, we come in, we set the stuff out.
So I'm getting evicted?
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, well, I'm putting myself in the strip.
Okay, well, that's good. You got people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all ain't got to touch them. I'm going to get it myself.
So what if I say y'all can't be on the property? Then what? There's going to be a conflict?
Why we can't be on the property?
Okay, I'm not going to do that. There ain't going to be no conflict. I'm peaceful.
I'm asking.
Because the more people moving, the easier.
Yeah.
But you can't give me no direction, tell me what I'm going to do. Because we doing an eviction. You don't live here. When I show up, you don't even live here. You trespassing. You on private property trespassing. Everybody on this property go to jail.
Something new to me.
That's what I'm trying to explain. So you ain't in no position to say what's going to happen. But I understand this situation. It's a tough situation. I'm not here to bring no heartache on nobody. I just don't want you just can't disrespect me though, talking crazy. Come on now.
Crazy.
Just like my woman, she talks the same way. You know what I'm talking about? She the same way. So, but I'm gonna work with you though. Right. But we here to work together. You know what I mean? We ain't here to add on top of what already is going on. But we still have to work. It's gonna be better anyway for everybody to bring it out instead of just trying to let y'all two move everything. You know. Now, what she needs to focus on is her personal stuff. She don't want nobody going in her personal drawers and stuff. She go do that.
It's only because you allowing it though.
Right.
You know what's going on.
Right. So. But y'all a good man, because I'm telling you, a lot of these women don't have nobody showing up trying to help them. I'm going to tell you that much. They be out here solo. You got a house full, too. Did you go to court over it?
No, I didn't. I ain't been to court. I ain't been nowhere, so that's why I ain't know none of that. That's why I was saying this always new to me. I ain't know none of that, none of this. I ain't been to court. I ain't been nothing. All I got was a phone call today.
Okay, man, I can have them start on the room when you working on something else. You want them to start on the kitchen?
Nah, they can get the beds.
Y'all come on back here and start in the back. But just get anything personal. You got money, cell phone,
Nah, they can just get
anything you want to get hold to yourself, grab that. They can grab. Y'all get the big stuff like beds and stuff and start moving that. And you putting all this stuff on the U-Haul? Just move it. They can't put it on the U-Haul, but they can put it near the U-Haul.
Or put it by the garage.
Yeah, put it near the U-Haul.
Yeah, or by the garage. It don't matter. Right there.
Okay, but you can't put it on the U-Haul.
That's okay.
Okay.
Todo el garage.
Hey, y'all be careful. Wait a minute. Hey. Yeah, I'm asking about this refrigerator. How you doing? Did this refrigerator come with the house or is yours? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, thank you. We are finished. Pull this door down. I don't think it's gonna lock. I wonder if it's lock. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're finished. Then we got to go back to this other house with a old man. Hopefully they got somebody come get him. But we go back and check. Okay, like back to the other one, 3 minutes.
In the room too. Great. It's right where the dog food was.
All right.
Did you get all your stuff out of here? Out of this refrigerator?
I'll get my guys in here to bring the rest of this stuff out.
All right, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Hurry, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Did y'all get the bags? Look at my back seat. There's some bags on the back seat. Okay. It's not that much left in there. Just his bedroom. It's maybe about 3 bags.
We're trying to help her.
Open the bag.
Trae mascarilla. La mascarilla. Traela también.
Trying to help him. If we wasn't trying to help you, Jack, you would not be here. Listen to me.
See if you can help him get him. There's another one in there. Back seat. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. See?
Okay, yeah.
That's all I was saying. Get over. Don't box. All that stuff that you just. Because all that matters to us.
No.
I'm running back to this other house, take this key. I'll be right back. Let me go back in this house. Ma'am, let me explain something to you.
Hey, we got people losing their SNAP benefits, their EBT, all this stuff. Listen, what do I think about it? Everybody else has shared their opinion. I think overall it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. Now, there are people who need it, and there's people that I wish did not lose it. There's people that I feel are in dire need of those services. But because of the 85 to 90% of you mofos who have taken advantage of it and lived off it and have become entitled to it, you have ruined it for the percentage, the small percentage of people who do truly need it. Nobody should be living generations and generations on government assistance. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. When I see the videos of the people who are saying they're going to just go rob Walmarts and they're going to go rob the stores and F it all, you are so entitled. Instead of robbing stores, go get a job like the rest of us. When I see the videos of the gals on there and they've got their $1,500 iPhones and they get their nails done and their lashes done and then they live in Section 8 and they take food stamps and they do those little ha-ha videos like in your face. You don't have to make those videos. It's in our face every time we get a paycheck and I look at how much taxes are coming out of my check. I am already paying for your nails. I'm paying for your phone. Every working American is. So it's in our face every 2 weeks. You don't have to make a special video to do that. In all the years that I struggled, and I struggled like a mofo, I never received any of that. None of it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have liked some of it at times, but I was just above the line. They make it so that if you have a job and you're working, I mean, you might have to have cut up hot dogs in your spaghetti sauce because that's all you can afford. And you have to live at times with no power. But I mean, they make the programs only for the people who do nothing. You do no effort whatsoever. The programs should probably be revamped and have some kind of an incentive. Like if you are working and you are attempting, but you're still struggling, now you get the programs. That should be the revamping of the programs. But the entitlement of all these people who just sit around and pop babies out and live off of the government, aka us taxpayers, I don't have any sympathy for you. None. And you have ruined it for the percentage of people who do need it.
So I've been watching a lot of videos on this government shutdown, people losing their SNAP benefits, their food stamps, the Section 8 and all that stuff. And it's been weighing on me, and I'm just going to throw out my 2 cents on it, okay? So before I met my husband, I had my 2 boys. I raised them by my damn self, by myself. I applied for food stamps. They said I made too much money. I got on the Section 8 waiting list. I was on that waiting list for 7 years. Never got a call. Never. Whatever. I'm sure that bitch expired. Anyways, and now, mind you, this was back in the day whenever rent was $700-800 a month, right? So what I do, being the mother that I am and the responsible one, I went and got a second job. I worked 2 jobs, 7 days a week, 2 jobs for years to take care of my kids. I did what I had to do. Now, mind you, I had a lot of friends that were on government assistance. They got food stamps. They got SNAP benefits. They were on Section 8. I'm paying $700-800 a month for rent. They're paying $100 a month for rent. And I'm looking at them, and I tell my husband this now because I always wondered, how are they doing it? How do they get to go get their hair done every so many months? How do they get their nails done all the time? How do they have all this nice shit? And I'm over here fucking robbing Peter to pay Paul just to get a pack of fucking hot dogs to feed my boys. You know? Working my ass off. Now, where this bothers me is there are so many people that just need a little bit of help, like me. I needed just a little bit of help just to pull me through, and I was denied, left and fucking right, okay? Denied. Because you got people that just sit on their ass and do absolutely nothing but take from the government and take from the government. Y'all owe me. They don't owe you shit. They don't owe you shit. Those people are the ones that make it hard for the ones that need just a little bit of help. And shame on you.
And this is the point that a lot of people are getting at. You're sitting up here taking stuff over and over again. Keying and ha, and this is so funny. But you're not really putting anything into the system, right? You can start a fund. That's essentially what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a fund to where if anybody ever gets in trouble, for whatever reason, it might be your fault, it might be their fault, for whatever reason, they get in trouble. You can come over here, you can get some money. I can't give you the whole full whatever you're getting paid, but this is something to kind of keep you afloat until you get a job. But they're not going back to their jobs. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting here on the government. And you know, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if you weren't showing people that you were buying steaks on their dime. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if you weren't showing everybody that you were buying lobster and eating the finest on their dime, and not talking about getting a job. As a matter of fact, talking about, well, I ain't never gonna have a job, and this is the life, yada yada yada. Getting big screen TVs, buying Jordans and all that other stuff on assistance. How are you living better on assistance than people who actually have a job are living? Oh, well, you talking about the broke people no, I'm talking about the people who have a good job. You're eating better than some of those people. How? How are you doing that?
I guess Trump signed an executive order to stop Section 8 housing. I know a lot of people are about to be mad about this one, but it's not anything that I'm doing, so don't be mad at me. Don't be hating on my page. But President Trump signed an executive order to stop Section 8 housing because he believes that more people are able to work that try to live off the government. And I'm very curious to hear what TikTok has to say about this one. But I've been seeing the videos all day, and a lot of the comments are like, that's not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, unfortunately, like, it's tax dollars. That's actually what's paying for Section 8 housing. So, yeah, just wanted to put the word out there, let you guys hear about it. And like I said, very curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like disabled people, like, they definitely need help. And I'm a very helping person. I would help anybody any day of the week. But, you know, it's one of those things. It just got signed. So, yeah.
You can put my name in right now and pull it up.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is this.
Because he was recording it, all this stuff.
You in here flooding this water. It ain't no good look.
I can't even get back in there.
Okay, but listen, I forget all that. That's what I'm saying. I ain't here to argue with you. I'm
Yeah,
just
but-
saying what people would see. People would
I was
see.
gonna say-
Hold on. People would see me leave and lock up. People would see me.
When I leave, I ain't even
I'm
coming
not
back.
saying. All I'm saying is, you listen. Ain't no police stupid. Ain't no judge stupid. All they gonna see is me leave. Okay. I come back. The door back open. You in the backyard.
Pulling my
All the water is on in the house.
pulling my grill out the backyard. I can't get in the house.
Okay.
Literally, I was literally right here. You can see the grill is right here. I'm pulling the grill. Everything I do. Literally, I literally just call her to come and help me. I'm screaming from the backyard saying, "Come help me with the grill." I can't get it. So no, sir.
So the water just came on by itself.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot get in. How can I get in? I don't have a key. Literally.
Did you see who opened it?
Ain't no door open. Ain't no.
Nothing. But did you see who opened this?
I opened
After I
it.
left.
I opened it.
Oh, so you opened it?
Yeah, because I thought my deep freeze was still in there.
Okay. So who opened it?
I opened this garage just to see if my deep freeze still in there, but it's not. But when I just went to the back, as you can come right here.
Let me ask you
I'm pulling
something.
this by
Okay, but
myself.
listen, something. This is all I'm trying. I'm trying to do this peacefully. I'm trying to make sure.
I understand, but I just want you to know I did not go back in there.
Okay. If a person robs a bank and they catch him robbing
Now,
the
I
bank,
understand
listen,
exactly what
he's
you're
going
saying.
to say it wasn't me. But what do you think was going to do? Do you think right now? Hold on. If listen, I want you to be honest with yourself. You can talk all day. If I call the police right now and say that you went back in there and you did all this damage,
but how can I go back in and y'all just changed the law?
what you think gonna happen now? What you think gonna happen?
Nah, I can't. You gotta unscrew me. Look, I thought y'all lived the deep freeze. That's what
What you think gonna happen?
I know what's probably gonna happen.
Exactly. You're gonna do all the talking about. You don't know. It's some mystery. Some ghost person went into the house. I don't have no idea, Your Honor. I don't know. We see on video, Mr. Penn locks it up, and somehow 2 minutes later, all the water's on, the door's open. It was a ghost, Your Honor.
The door open. That door not open.
Okay, but what I'm saying
You
is,
can go in and
listen,
turn
we
it
know
out.
what
It
happened.
don't-
All I'm saying is don't do it again is all I'm saying. Leave it alone. You understand? Just leave it alone. That's all I'm saying. You get me?
So who opened? You must just open this door.
Just leave it alone is all I'm saying.
It was just locked.
Cutting on water, trying to do damage. Because you don't want to be in jail because it's all on video and the judge is not stupid.
And I'm happy I was sitting in my.
That sounds good to you coming out your mouth. But down there in 201, it don't sound good.
It's a camera. My light's still on. I can get it on video. Ain't no way in here they gonna
I
see me going back in
understand,
their house. But I understand what you're saying too. But that's the camera.
Now I'm gonna go lock it back up. I'm just saying, be reasonable. Huh?
Can I get that code in the account?
Yeah, go ahead. So they get you arrested quick, especially this company. And it happens a lot, so it's hard to say you didn't do it because everybody does it, and then they say they didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? Huh?
I feel happy that cameras out.
That's crazy.
At all times, so it's my proof.
What?
They careful.
Oh, come on now. You stood, you like a child. I'm gonna tell you what I did one time. I was 5 years old. My parents had some paint in the bathroom.
That brown color yours too.
I went in the bathroom, took the painted the whole bathroom. I was covered in paint. And when they asked me who did, I said, I ain't doing it. They said, you got paint.
It was obvious.
You got paint on you.
It was obvious.
It was obvious. Exactly. It's obvious. Okay, so let me give you a heads up. I'm going to call the management company and tell them what happened. What they're going to probably do is call the police and the police out here. So I would advise, don't be in there when the police show up.
I ain't going back in there.
Man, I'm just telling you, man.
Okay, I'm not going back in there. You ain't got to.
Okay, thank you. Okay? Thank you. All right, y'all take it easy.
Some of you will be shaken to the core and snap back into reality. What am I talking about? I'm talking about you are about to be paying rent like everybody else. If you are a lifelong recipient of Section 8, you will be shaken to the core. What is happening? The Trump administration is cracking down on every single one of you who are lifelong recipient of this program. There are new directives now that not only sends guidelines on how recipients are receiving Section 8, they are telling you, you're about to start put pen on paper and send those application in, because in 30 to 90 days, you are going to have no more Section 8 and pay your rent like everybody else. So there's also new directives that the Public Housing Authority to provide within 30 days full accounting of their tenants, including proof of citizenship. Yes, that means no illegal aliens on Section 8. And let me tell you, that is the best news. I am all for people who are needing help, but
they trying to evict us like we don't know our rights, but we educated and we fighting back. What if I told you that we could stop that eviction? Are you or do you know anybody that's currently facing eviction? Well, then you came to the right place, sis. I know you probably got a lot of questions and concerns, but guess what? I'm here to help. I need your engagement so I can continue making content like this, but let me know if this helps you or helps someone that you may know, and if you want me to make more of it. Like I said, I'm basically dropping gems, you know, keeping your keys, keeping your peace. Let's talk about it. Hey, you guys, I had to do this one laying down because this is a lot. The leeches on our federal tax dollars, our state tax dollars are being cut off from Section 8. Now, I could make this video very long. We all know them. We all grew up with them. I realized there's a stigma because even in my viral apartment videos, they assumed that those apartments were Section 8, and they were not. But recognize who it is. It's the 92%. It's black women in bonnets coming on just like this. Oh, they turned off my Section 8. I'm hungry. They turned off my food stamps. I'm hungry. And y'all idiots, y'all imbeciles have the nerve to flip it into, no, you need to get your S together. Then the 7-year-old now has to get a job. No, you have to get a job, you lazy thing. And we're tired of taking care of you. We're tired of taking care of the kids. Get your stuff together. Trump is cutting you off. Yay.
Section 8, SNAP, and the shutdown. I mean, yeah, I've been talking to you about preparing. Hopefully you've been taking me seriously. Federal government has been shut down since October 1st. And I got a few notices this week. One from the state and a bunch from the different counties I rent properties in. State essentially said, we don't got SNAP money. They telling us across the country, if you got benefits coming November 1st, no, you don't. Now, our governor in Virginia said, I'm going to declare a state of emergency. Now, he going to handle it. Haven't seen that plan yet, but that's something. Also got notices from a few counties saying essentially, we might have November, but we definitely don't got nothing after that. So do you remember what the plan was? Remember all those steps I wanted you to be doing because our tenants will be affected by the shutdown? Why are you complaining Section 8 has the money for November? You don't think those tenants also get SNAP? You don't think if they have to choose between food and rent, they're going to choose? Don't piss me off. If you didn't see the previous videos, let me get you caught up. Step 1, call your tenants now. If they are receiving a housing voucher, call your tenants now. Hey, this is Deandra with Deandra Management. I know times are crazy and everything is touch and go. I just don't want us to be surprised when things start to go left. So tell me, please, how you looking for November? What can I do to help? Here's the rent relief forms I usually keep on deck. Let's start applying early so we can get ahead of this if that's the way it's going. And why do I feel qualified to give you this information? Half my residential tenants are Section 8. And I ain't missed a payment yet. Because I'm doing my best to stay prepared and stay active. Put your head in the sand if you want to. SNAP, Section 8, and the shutdown.
And make no mistake about it, this is nerve-wracking. This is something that a lot of people, understandably so, would be nervous about. But at some point in time, you have to stand on your own 2 feet, right? Like I said, I think maybe in another compilation, if you kind of take over the system and you kind of been doing that for a year, 2 years, 3 years, but you guys, some of these people are doing this for decades. They've been living this way for decades. And the people, especially during hard times that actually need the assistance, they're denying them. You heard the woman earlier in the compilation talking about, man, I was struggling and every single time I got denied. Every single time. While other people are living off the system. Why is that? That is a common frustration. When people actually need the assistance, you fool around and give them $10 for benefits. It's like, why would you even give this to me? What can I do with this? And then you go over there and give the people who actually don't need it, who've been playing around, you go over there and give them $500 in food stamps, plus rent, a voucher. I mean, and they out here, you could take some of, they just bought Jordans. Once again, you could take some of that money and give it to me. Help me out.
You guys, my landlord just showed up to our house, our trailer, okay? And told me that we have 24 hours to move. 24 hours, not even 24 hours. She's giving me till 4 o'clock tomorrow to be out. Me and my 6 kids, because Section 8 didn't pay our rent this month. And then when she went to go look back, because they didn't pay this last month, she realized they haven't paid in 3 months. And you're just now telling me? Just now. She doesn't even have an eviction on paper. She's threatening to turn off the utilities if we're not gone by tomorrow. Where the hell am I going to go with 6 kids? Where? Because anywhere I go, I'm going to need first and last month's rent. And then she expects me to come up with almost $4,000 in back rent because Section 8 decided they weren't going to pay my rent. This is bullshit. What kind of rights do I have? She can't do this to us. Where are we going?
What am I going to do? I told y'all before, and TikTok fact checked me and say I was lying about President Trump said he was going to stop the food stamps. What am I going to do? I told y'all they was going to stop Section 8. I told y'all they was going to stop Section 8, housing, food stamps. What am I going to do? I ain't going to have my Section 8. I ain't going to have my food stamps. What am I going to do, y'all? And TikTok fact checked me and said I was lying, and I told y'all they was going to cut the food stamps off. What am I going to do? I'm not going to have my food stamps. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to get my $0 I get a month in my food stamps. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to get my $0 that I get a month in food stamps. What am I going to do?
With Trump making all these cuts, I told my cousin the other day, I said, yo, watch how friendly these females going to start being toward men again. Because basically, what Trump did was basically take EBT, your child ain't 6 and under, you ain't getting no food stamps. All the welfare recipients, all these females out here claiming that they independent and all that. Oh, Just watch. Give it 6 months to a year. And I'm not talking about the actual females who really independent, who really get off their butt and really go work and really go pay their bills and do what they supposed to do. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the welfare recipients relying on government assistance and all that, talking about they independent. Watch, men, how everything changed in 6 months to a year, because now they're going to need help. You know, these welfare recipients can't pay them bills. They not even responsible enough to pay their bills. They bills backed up, $3,000, $5,000. There's going to be a lot of homeless females out here with kids. Mark my words.
This lady is getting kicked off Section 8. She got 6 kids, and she has to pay $1,100 in a day. I guess she ain't worked a job in like 13 years, and she said she's not going to go work a job, but she has 6 kids, and she was on Section 8, and her landlord came and told her, like, hey, by the 1st, you need to come up with $1,100 because they're no longer covering your Section 8. $1,100 by the next day is insane. But also saying that you will never go back to work again is even more crazy, because at the end of the day, I'm going to have to do what I got to do for my family. I feel like it gets to a point. I feel like at that point, you're kind of abusing the whole purpose of Section 8. I feel like it's a temporary thing, not a permanent thing. And the fact that she was on there for 13 years is just like, okay. Granted, 6 kids is a lot. But within those 13 years, there should have been some type of plan or some type of end game to like getting your life back on track. You know what I mean? I don't want to judge anybody's situation, because I know things happen, stuff happens, but 13 years and then to turn around and say, I'm not going to ever work a job is like, okay. Because I don't even have kids, and I can't get on Section 8, and I can't get food stamps, and I can't get all of these assistance things, but I work every single day, day in and day out. So it's just kind of like, to just see somebody get on this app and be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna ever work, like, it's kind of a slap in the face.
Hey guys, yes, it's true that the White House is proposing to eliminate the Section 8 voucher program. And what they want to do is basically put a time limit, which is a 2-year time limit on all able-bodied citizens. So if you're able-bodied, meaning that you're not a veteran, you're not disabled, you're not elderly. If you're able-bodied and can work, and you're going to have a 2-year time. That's what they're proposing, a 2-year time limit, and that's no more Section 8. So with that being said, you're probably saying, okay, Alicia, what am I going to do? I'm going to tell you what to. I've been stating for the last few months. You go back and look at some of my videos. I've been talking about the Family Self-Sufficiency Program. If you do not have a job, if you do not have a trade, if you do not have anything, sign up for that program. Call your Social Section 8 office and talk to your Family Self-Sufficiency. Get in that program. Get you some kind of certificate. Whatever you like to do, whatever your passion is, turn your passion into your purpose. Come up with some funds.
What am I going to do? I told y'all before, and TikTok fact checked me and say I was lying about President Trump said he was going to stop the food stamps. What am I going to do? I told y'all they was going to stop Section 8. I told y'all they was going to stop Section 8, housing, food stamps. What am I going to do? I ain't going to have my Section 8. I ain't going to have my food stamps. What am I going to do, y'all? And TikTok fact checked me and said I was lying, and I told y'all they was going to cut the food stamps off. What am I going to do? I'm not going to have my food stamps. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to get my $0 I get a month in my food stamps. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to get my $0 that I get a month in food stamps. What am I going to do?
So, Section 8 housing is on the chopping block. So, in order for Donald Trump to get no tax on overtime, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security passed in his tax cut plan, he is proposing to cut $26.7 billion out of Section 8 housing. Now, to go along with that, he's saying that he wants to put a 2-year cap on the benefits that somebody could receive from Section 8 housing if they don't have a disability, which means basically you have 2 years if you able-bodied to get your stuff together. And I think that's more than fair. Why? because this program was meant to give you a hand up, not for you to ride it till you die, right? So now a lot of people go be in very peculiar situations because they made Section 8 housing a lifestyle, right? And my thing is, I'm one of the hardworking Americans, and they got millions of other hardworking Americans out there that we are tired of going to work, paying into a system for somebody else to sit on their ass. I'm going to say it again. We tired of going to work, paying into a system so that system could pay somebody else to sit on their ass. Those days are over.
And you hear these requests or these things where people are talking about, well, I got 6 kids. I need Section 8. I need this. I need that. What am I going to do? And even, earlier in the compilation, other women trying to help and say, hey, let's get out ahead of this. What are you going to do? Make a plan. If half of these people would have made a plan, they probably wouldn't have been on Section 8, right? And that doesn't mean that they were never on Section 8. That doesn't mean that they never had assistance. That just means for some of them, they don't plan. They don't care to plan. This is my plan. Being in this position, this is an easy gig for me. I don't have to go learn anything. I don't have to go do anything. Their mindset is similar to some of these ladies that are on OF. Well, I don't really want to do anything. I don't see myself doing anything, so I'll just go take off my clothes somewhere. It's the same lazy mindset. And like this man sitting in his car is saying, is like, well, I don't want to keep on having to support you guys. I don't want to keep on having to pay for stuff and do things while you sit on your behind and do nothing. That's not something fun to me. I'm sitting out here sweating all day while you get to sit in the house and chill out, stock your pantry with snacks, foods that I don't even get to eat. I might not eat them, but I don't even get to eat them, even if I wanted to. How is that fair? Laughing, or what are we going to do for Thanksgiving? We're going to really party it up. Let's go get some alcohol and this and that. Really doing shady, under the table stuff. And you just want people to allow that to go on.
I personally don't agree with a lot of things Trump is saying, but this one specific thing makes sense to me. To all the people that's on Section 8, he is giving y'all 2 years to get on your feet. Trump said stop being dependent and become independent. I agree. I'm not no hating ass bitch. I'm not knocking nobody's situation. But if you really think about it, Section 8 is only to assist you to get on your feet. Section 8 is a stepping stone to get you on your feet. Section 8 is not something you should depend on for the rest of your life. Government assistance is not something you should depend on for the rest of your life. Keyword, assistance, to assist you. Y'all done got too comfortable. There's people that's been on Section 8 for like 10 plus years. That's a long time. Within that amount of time, you should have a lot of money saved up in your bank account, in your savings account. Y'all too busy buying the newest shoes, buying the hottest cars, trying to keep up with the trend.
What's up, y'all? Because I keep getting a lot of people to ask me, let's talk about this Donald Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act. No, it did not affect your Section 8 voucher. It's not a part of the bill. He tried, though. Donald Trump's administration did not eliminate Section 8. However, he did try to propose some changes. Those that he did try, it was automatically blocked by Congress. To propose was raising the minimum rent for Section 8 holders from $50 to $150. He tried. There were also proposals to impose work requirements for any able-bodied adults who were receiving assistance. To streamline assistance programs, but that didn't pass either.
If you think that you finna make a bag, make some money, turn a profit off of Section 8 in the year 2025, 26, you gotta be the dumbest motherfucker on this planet. Now I keep talking about public housing. I keep saying breaking news, but see, y'all don't want to listen to me. The government has already said public housing, HUD,
Housing Authority has already said that they're not funding the fucking vouchers. I'm finna go on and show y'all what, since y'all don't want to believe me, September the 2nd, that was a couple days ago. Here we go right here. Take into effect August the 1st, the rental assistance level will be reduced greatly to new rentals. The motherfuckers done already said it's also going to be affecting 3,000 families. I'm going to keep going. The HUD has indicated nearly 50% of public housing authorities administering Section 8 across the country has a shortage funding. They ain't getting no motherfucking money.
And boom, just like that, Trump done cut y'all Section 8. Then cut your cake and ice cream for you. I always knew that Section 8 was not for the strong, and I'm going to say it just like that. Section 8 is not for the strong, okay? It's not. So those that are educated and capable of getting up, working, get up and do it. I knew a long time ago when I tried it, it wasn't for me because they tell you how comfortable you can be. How comfortable you can be. I'm not with the program. You're going to go tell me how comfortable I can be. Okay? It's only to get up the ladder. So when I dropped down the ladder, I used it to pick myself back up the ladder. And baby, I'll tell you one thing. I won't be blinking back at the government. They won't tell me what to do and how to do it and how to determine how comfortable I'm going to be. That's bullshit and do. I'm very blessed. I got a job, work from home. I thank God for it. I have a strong Hispanic husband, which I had to beg up on working because brother man was not going. If he had his way, I would not be working because what he wanted was, you going to stay at home, take care of them kids. I'm doing all of this and that. You not. I'm like, but baby, please let me take care of our future. Long story short, I'm blessed. All that to say that y'all just need to get up. Don't let this man determine y'all future because he can't. He can't. Work. I really just feel bad for those that's incapable of working. I'm going to be praying for y'all, okay? This is not a joke, not a laughing matter, not something that people should be all blasting around here. Oh, it took you Section 8. That is not funny, y'all. It's not.
And I don't think most people are laughing at people who are on Section 8 that actually need it. They're not actually laughing at people who are getting assistance and actually need it. They're tired of people who are on the system thinking that, man, we're just going to continue doing this. It's going to be easy. Let's just go ahead and continue to take without giving anything. Most people, they're not going to like that. I mean, it don't matter whether it's Section 8. It don't matter what country. They can say all they want about, well, the U.S. is that and they're harsh and they're this and that. But when you go to another country, there's rules and regulations on what you bring in here. If you bring it in here, we're going to take a little bit of that tax. If you leaving out of here with it, we're going to take a little bit of that tax. Oh, what you bring? We're going to take a little bit of that tax. You got to come up here and contribute. I don't care if you're an American. I don't care if you're Canadian. I don't care if you're Hispanic. I don't care. If you come in my country and you're going to be staying in my country, you're going to be contributing. It's the same way when you come in a house. I don't know why some people are having a hard time understanding this. If you come in a house, you're going to have to contribute. Past a certain age, you have to, unless something is actually wrong with you, you're going to have to contribute. But y'all have not been contributing. Some of y'all, maybe not all, some of y'all have not been contributing. If people call your hand on it, you're going to get mad.
For Section 8, y'all. DOGE is coming for Section 8. Elon and the Trump administration has identified $260 million of cuts that they can make, starting with the Section 8 vouchers program. What does this mean? A lot of people are going to be homeless. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because one Kevin Samuels said that winter was coming. And I remember a certain group who a lot of that group benefited or have benefited or are benefiting from Section 8 laughed when he passed away. And it looks like winter is here. Now, what does this mean? They're saying DOGE and the Trump administration, they're going to cut $260 million from the HUD budget. And the first thing that they're going to do is cut half of the HUD workforce. Now, you know how long it takes to get into Section 8 and get your vouchers and get everything paid. You know how long renters, landlords have been waiting on their rents. This is going to make it 10 times worse. And here's what's going to happen. The government is going to stop paying the landlords. The landlords are then going to have no choice but to evict the people staying in Section 8. And you're not going to get any coverage because this is a federally funded program. So they are not going to care that these people are being evicted. We're going to have homelessness explode. Now, I wonder for all of the strong, independent ladies that are in Section 8, how does marriage and relationship and men providing for you look now with no Section 8? How does it look? I bet it looks a lot different, don't it?
Yes. I don't know if you guys heard the news, but DOGE, led by Elon Musk, has proposed making significant cuts to the Section 8 program. Now, this will affect about 3.5 million low-income families and landlords and property owners who depend on those payments from Section 8. They are also talking about reducing the Section 8 staff by 50%, resulting in delayed payments, delays in inspection, and all things Section 8. Now, here's my personal opinion. Of course, I can sympathize and empathize for people who depend on those programs. Having family members and people within the community, I know how this news may feel scary to them. But the truth is, Section 8 was never created or intended for people to stay on for a lifetime. I do believe there should be time limits, maybe 5 years, so it gives you enough time to go back to school, find a trade, get some training where you can secure employment to get those housing where you can go on the market and pay those competitive rent prices. Also, it gives an opportunity for the new people and a new group who can benefit from these programs to be ushered in. Also, with those who are disabled or senior citizens, I don't believe those Section 8 programs should be touched for them because there's no way they can go out in this market and afford that market rental prices. So if you are on Section 8, know someone on Section 8, DOGE is putting you guys on notice. Get your affairs in order because this program will not look like what you've been accustomed to within the upcoming months. And that's just the truth.
In this budget, it empowers states. Listen. I'm going to read it slowly. The budget empowers, gives powers to the states by transforming the current federal dysfunctional rental assistance program into a state-based formula grant, which would allow states to design their own rental assistance programs based on their unique needs and preferences.
People better start taking Trump seriously. Like, if show me better than you could tell me who was a person, it's him. He's now talking about getting rid of housing. That is literally going to force people that have not paid that amount in whatever their rent costs homeless. That is about to literally force people into the streets. And everybody keeps saying the same thing. Oh, he's not going to do this, or he can't get away with this, or our Constitution is so strong. Literally, he is getting away with a lot of stuff. I also said do not order from Shein a month ago because of what was happening with the packages. That's why you guys gave me that 1 million views, right? What's funny is people are really taking this as a joke when you cannot determine anymore what will pass or what won't pass.
I think about Trump cutting back on Section 8. Basically, from his latest press conference, he wants to distribute and allocate all those funds to the state level. That way the state can devise certain programs to allocate the funds to their citizens, because each state has different things going on. And, they want to reduce the wait time and all of the hassle that it takes for them to do it on a federal level and just put it on a state level. That way that everybody can get the services they need in a more efficient time. My thing is also we have to figure out a way to cut back on people needing these services and reduce this homelessness epidemic that we are experiencing by making housing more affordable for everybody across the board. That way it's not a tax burden for other citizens that's having problems with their own survival. It shouldn't have to be a matter of other people having to get food taken off their plate to make sure somebody else eat. Now, I get we all have hard times. Lord knows I've had my hard times and struggles. But at the end of the day,
these services shouldn't be a life sentence. It should be used as a way for people to get on their feet and be able to be self-sufficient long term. So we have to get to the root of the problem, and I think that's why he's trying to allocate those services statewide, to get a lot of our council people, Congress people to, make better laws so they're actually doing their job to help the citizens and their constituents, because essentially that's what they're supposed to be doing anyway.
Supposedly, I don't know if this is true, I don't know if this is factual, but Section 8 will be cut come 2025 or later 2025. This is what I've seen on, I think it was on Facebook, and I didn't even go and fact check. But I went to address the comment that I seen, and it was like, this is good because people be on Section 8 and they abuse it. And it's like, how is this good? Whether a group of people are abusing a resource, if you take the whole resource away, for the people that's not abusing it, we don't have it. And I feel like that was always a problem with, Trump voters or people who didn't side with Kamala Harris, because they thought that they were just giving out, awards. Everybody was getting participation awards. No, they were giving out, resources for people who needed it. And it's because you fell through the loop of, freeloaders and stuff like that. That's just what happens when you have a public service or public resources. But when you take it away, now people are scrounging. And when people get in survival, when people do things that they would not normally do. So it puts you at a danger. So even if you're not a part of the Section 8 community, you get around somebody who need to feed their family and watch what they do. And watch how they act and watch how people move. And I think that's what, Trump is kind of bargaining at. He's getting at, stir crazy. People become fearful for their lives. It's survival of the fittest. So certain, government assistance that's now being taken away is not an act of service. It's not, now everybody's going to get up on their own 2 feet. No. People don't have it like that. It's not like everyone is not dealt the same card, so you're not going to be like putting everybody at the same starting line and then whatever. No, this is going to be crazy. I don't know if it's true that they're taking away Section 8, but that wasn't,
Well, I do kind of agree that, housing in a lot of situations is not affordable, even for an apartment, not affordable. You have some of these places asking for literally 6 times rent. We need your background. We need the last 6 or 7 places that you stayed. And some people are like, I don't remember that. Right. So I understand the dynamic there of having trouble finding housing, having trouble finding affordable housing. But I think what people, once again, when they're talking about Section 8 is Trump, from what you're explaining, Trump is saying, okay, let's send it back down to the states, which is kind of consistent with what he's been doing in a lot of other different things, giving, power back to the states. Maybe not in everything, but in a few things here and there, he's done that, if I can remember correctly, right? And so the states are saying, ooh, if we have this type of money, well, maybe we don't want to give it to everybody else, right? Maybe I need to do a little bit more research on this, but logic would follow. They say, okay, now the money's in our hands. Maybe we're not so eager to continue spending this money, especially let's take a close, hard look at the people who are getting this, why they're still getting it, and if it's necessary. Okay, if I give you a portion, assistance, subsidize you a little bit, can you go out there and find a job at McDonald's? Work your way through McDonald's while going to school, get a better job, and you just kind of increase, you get more money, you put more money into the system, so the next person coming up, they can get it if they need it, right? But once again, some people in America have this lazy mindset to where they don't want to work, and they're expecting people to take care of them. And essentially, what some of these people are complaining about is having to get up off their behinds and do something.